Once upon a time, there was a good old traditional housewife. She cooked, she cleaned, cared for her children and the man of the house, and of course, she didn't talk back. She was both obedient and soft by nature. She was a good woman who always made good choices.
Shut that shit off.
We're good moms, bad choices.
Two single moms
Who said fuck the patriarchy,
shared all their bad choices,
and found out they weren't so bad after all.
we're experts,
Overshares.
and your new besties.
Sit back and enjoy the ride.
Welcome back to Good Moms Bad Choices.
I'm Erica.
And I'm Milah.
Happy Wednesday, bitches.
Happy Hump Day, hoes. What it do?
I have my favorite hoe in the building.
We
Is what
really
it do.
First off, I am no longer that.
Bye, bitch. You'll always be a hoe.
You'll always be a hoe.
You'll always be a hoe in my eyes.
We have
I'm
a
a hoe
recovered
for you.
hoe.
Okay, so if you're listening to this podcast, you already know who it is because you know that voice. You
A
know.
born again hoe.
You
And
know.
if you don't, let me introduce myself because
ahead.
your girl's an author now. I'm an author. No, it's your girl Mandii B, one half of the Decisions, formerly Horrible Decisions, emphasis on horror. And now the author of No Holds Barred.
Hey, welcome to the show. Welcome to the author club, baby.
No shit. I'm trying to catch up to y'all, goddamn.
How does it feel?
Y'all are what, a year and a half, 2 years?
2 years in.
2
yeah.
years in as authors. Did it change like the price of y'all's pussy? Like I wrote a book
Girl,
now.
this is your interview.
look at me.
Sit your little podcasting ass down.
But yes, the price went up.
Look at me. I go right into interviewing y'all. What the fuck is wrong with me?
Any guy I date, have you ever fucked an author? I didn't think so. Yeah, the price is going to go up.
I'm not gonna lie. Even going on the Breakfast Club, holy shit. I don't even think I can fuck anyone regular anymore. Like, your girl done been on the fucking Breakfast Club, okay? Like,
I mean, after you hit certain black staples in your career, you're like, do you know who the fuck I am?
oh,
The Breakfast Club, bitch.
Listen, during the week of, like, the drop of the book, if they get me on, like, Jimmy Kimmel or some shit like that, it's fucking over. I may as well become a fucking nun because I'm going to feel like no one is worthy of my pussy.
Have you been to the Breakfast Club? Oh, you haven't? Sorry, I'm not going to be able
Sorry,
to.
we're not in the same. We can't, we can't do this. But no, it's been dope.
I understand that. Did your price go up after you went to the Breakfast Club, Erica?
I already had a name.
I was about to say y'all got men.
I tell Orlando all the time, who the fuck are you talking to? I'm an author. He tries to talk about my spelling and shit. I'm like, do you know have you wrote a book? Didn't fucking think so. Zip it. I don't give a fuck if you are my man.
And he's agreeing over there. He's like, yep.
And then you guess what he says? No, that's what the fuck I thought.
That's what I thought. No, it's interesting now because, like, okay, been talking on the podcast, saying all my whole shit over the last 8 years, right? But people are just now getting into podcasts and it's now a part of life, right? Bitch, books are forever. People been reading since the Bible, right? They've been reading since the
You're
Bible.
now in the Bible club.
You know what I mean?
We're in the club with Jesus.
I'm basically a Bible thumper.
Mark. What are the people's names? Mark, Jeremiah, and them. John, the first one.
I'm with all of them. My story is in a book too, bitch.
Ezekiel.
Yeah.
We up there with all of them.
So yeah, I think though some of the stories from the podcast are in here, but in such a different way. Like I remember, and maybe we could talk about anything that y'all have shared that you see it in. When we first started the book, it was really important for me, and me and Weezy didn't agree on this at all. I was like, I need to be able to include my shame. And being someone who's sexually liberated, she felt like it went against the purpose of our brand. Like, we celebrate sex. You can't put shame in there. And I was like, well, you
celebrate
can't
sex without the shame.
Without the
I don't think you can
shame.
even acknowledge the sexual liberation without first
Without
acknowledging what you had to come through,
what
the
I had
fire
to-
of shame.
Period. And so I was in this therapeutic journey, like really like going back into what my sexual history looked like. And in the reflection, really feeling like really bad about a lot of the decisions I've made, the men I let inside me, around me. And so I was just happy to include that because that's what you kind of don't get on the podcast. Like, it's not as much reflection. You get, you get the fucking regret of these niggas, but not like, I'm literally in that book being like, yeah, you were fucking pathetic. You were desperate. You were actually insecure. Like, I have a whole chapter, do married men really treat you better?
I was going to ask you about that because I saw that chapter and I wanted to ask you, like, do they?
Did you think that?
Well, so it's a chapter about.
And you know what? It's funny. Wait, let's rewind for a second because So I've watched you through a few different phases.
A whole lot of phases.
I met you during your married man phase.
Yes.
And so that was like when we first came on Horrible Decisions, and we
Oh,
went
yeah.
to
Oh, my God.
Chaconi's,
Years ago.
and
Yes.
you were telling me a bunch of shit, and we realized that we knew a nigga that you pegged and did it.
Was that the all one meeting?
That was the first day.
Oh, that first meeting
it was rich.
iconic.
It was rich.
Iconic.
That was an iconic meeting.
I don't think I've met 81 and fell in love so quickly.
Like, we're best friends now, okay?
And we weren't supposed to like each other, but we did. And literally, it was a story of like adult womanhood friendships meets New York, because that would happen nowhere else. We were fucking swinging topless in a rich man's fucking loft looking over the Brooklyn Bridge.
Yeah.
Leave it to me
We
to
went
make
for
a
dinner
friend.
to some strangers' apartments that had like church windows.
Wait. Church windows and ketamine.
Stained glass and ketamine.
But wait, the fact that they were sitting at the table behind us, like they weren't even like, we didn't even pass them in the club. There was, hey, what are you doing after this? Call us. Okay.
Come over. We're like, sure, no problem. We love you.
Sure, no problem. Hey, white people behind us.
Knowing now, so it's one of those things too. Being able to put all my like hotels and growth in a book reminds me of how many times I could have ended up chopped up in
Oh,
suitcases.
yeah, so many.
Like,
so many.
Holy shit.
That's how you know you're supposed to be here.
Like, because what the fuck? I didn't come across the Craigslist killer, but very well probably could have.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy.
But during that time, you were in a different season of your life, and you had told me that you were very convincing, because you had a lot of whenever you're going through whatever it is, whatever you're in, you have conviction.
Oh,
okay,
and I do. When I say I mean it,
she's standing 10 toes down, honey, because I was asking you about married men, and you were like, oh no,
they're amazing.
I love being the side.
They're amazing.
She was like, I love being the side chick. It's great. It's perfect.
It's crazy because, and I do actually lean into why I thought they were amazing. I felt like I got the best version of that man. I never was jealous of the wife, never wanted to be the wife. I genuinely felt like this is fun. There's no responsibility to each other. And I enjoyed, or at least believed, they were being honest with me. Honesty means a lot.
In some capacity, you're probably right. I mean,
For
if
sure.
there's a husband that's cheating, he's probably giving the worst pieces of himself to his wife, and then coming out. It's like what it says to say the weekend. Like, you're
Yes.
the weekend, so he's gonna bring the fun and the tricks.
By the way, I just want to read how I started this off, because this is how much conviction I have. And that's what I did with the book. I started off with how exactly my mind was at this time, and then I look back and be like, oh, bitches, because you had no self-worth. I tell myself about myself. So it says, I would like to let it be known that I have been a proud member of the Side Chick Committee, on the board of the Mistress Missions, and an elected official to the Jezebel Justice League. Does that make me a piece of shit? Perhaps. And I lead it to just, I was all of that.
And when I asked you, because I asked you in that same, I think, meeting, I said, have you ever been in a relationship? And you were like, no.
At that time,
you had never
I
been
hadn't.
a girlfriend. You had never
Ever.
even been a girlfriend.
As a whole adult, like, my first relationship was at the age of 30, 29, going into 30. From the pandemic, you guys met him. And I think that was my thing, too. I was so glad it took us some time to write this book, because when we started it, even the proposal, the chapters were so different because I was still with him. Oh. So he would have been like
a golden star.
He would have been in here like,
thank God,
I finally found love. Oh no. My God. And so we ended up breaking up, and there were so many chapters and that I had to switch. But also it was so hard to remember the good, fun, even sexual moments, because I hated him so much at the time. I ended up going through therapy and finding all the beauty that was that relationship, because it taught me like, oh, I do like intimacy. I do like this. Like, that relationship, yes, was a fucking emotional roller coaster, but it taught me so much about the love that I deserve to have. Now, whether it was real or not, who fucking knows, because he's a narcissist. But when it felt good, it felt really good. And I said, oh, I deserve this type of feeling. And so that's, I guess, one good thing that I got from that fuck nigga.
I will say, as authors ourselves, I realized too, I think that when you decide to go on this literary journey, like, it actually takes you, like, energetically, like, you're not going to finish the book in the same place that you started the book. Like, you're just not.
You're
like,
not.
Even for us, it took us almost 2 years.
2
to write
years.
this
I
book.
remember you guys would be in Costa Rica, literally like we're here to get away from the noise and write our book.
And we hadn't led a retreat, and by the time we finished this book, we had led retreats, and so we had sat with women, and we had a totally different perspective as to why this book was important. So like hearing that and like hearing the journey that you're on, I feel like other authors that are writing books, like, don't rush. Just take your time.
Do not rush, because it becomes so much more full and representative of who you really are, especially a book that's nonfiction that includes your stories. Like, do not rush. Don't give yourself the 3-month deadline, because even through my therapy journey and the ending of that relationship, this shaped out to be so much better than I would have. Like, at the end of the book, it was supposed to be, oh my God, your girl finally found love and I got my soulmate and da-da-da-da. And there were going to be multiple chapters even about just him. With that relationship ending, the end of the book ends up really talking about my disconnection to, or my disassociation to the word need. And it stemmed from me needing men financially for a long time, me needing them to somewhat survive, which is why I talk about how I hate the transactional sex I was having. So it ends in the power of me being able to want a man, not need them. And even though men are always like, yeah, women need men, I'm like, no, there's so much power in being able to exist and not need you to complete me, because I love myself now. I'm happy, but also I get to choose you because I like you.
Not because
I like your pockets. Not because you can put a roof over my head.
It's not for survival.
It's not for survival anymore.
Do you think that your like survival, like relationship with survival as it pertains to men, does that come from anything in particular, like in your childhood, or maybe the first time you had sex? Like, where does that, is it something maybe you saw your mom go through?
Oh, for sure. I felt like, so my mom always took care of men. And they've cheated. They were disrespectful to her. They were all that. And so me growing up, I was always like, oh, I'm gonna have a rich nigga, because I ain't gonna have someone broke and disrespect me. Like, my mom worked 2 jobs. She was a single parent. And then men would come in the house. She would pay their phone bill, cook, clean, do everything, and just be miserable. And I'm like, if this is what a relationship looks like, I'm gonna do it in a mansion. I was saying I was gonna cry in a Rolls Royce and not a Honda, very early on. But I didn't see any healthy relationships growing up. And then my dad at the time was a human ATM. And I mentioned that, like, if we needed anything financially, my mom was trapped. She didn't have it. Go ask daddy. And then what ended up happening was he even weaponized the fact that he paid child support. Me and my dad don't talk now. He feels like he is owed for his entire life because he paid child support. Bitch, you paid a little $400 a month thinking that we was, bitch. And now that I'm adult, I was like,
$100 a week? That's not lunch.
Literally, and there were 3 of us. He was paying that for 2 kids thinking it was doing something. Mind you, yes, eggs weren't $36 back then. Terrace wasn't here. Right. But it was just like, boy, you ain't, like, I'm an adult now. That little piece of change ain't do shit. And so, like, for me now, being able to view my dad as an adult, yuck. I wouldn't even be friends with a nigga like you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, I think growing up, seeing that relationship between men and women, money, absolutely was what it was. But I dive into, in the What's Your Price chapter, I dive into transactional sex and the fact that I know it was survival sex for me. Like, I had rent to pay.
Do you remember the first time you had transactional sex?
Ooh. Okay, so yes and no. There's one in here that was real transactional. Now, when I was in high school, I was dating athletes. So, like, I remember just dealing with men with money. And
like, you were dating professional athletes while you were
in high school.
Okay. How were you sourcing these?
One I met on Facebook while he was in college, and he got drafted.
Okay.
He was from Atlanta. I talk about him in the book because he was on a mission to make me squirt.
Did you tell the people that they were in the book?
Some people, but the ones in which the stories that I talk about, there's no identifiers. Like, this isn't Superhead, right?
Right.
So yeah, I talk about an athlete that wanted to make me squirt, and then I talk about the athlete that stealthed me, and how I had the problem with navigating the assault. I didn't even think I was assaulted.
Wait, he stealthed you?
Yeah, so
Take the condom off.
So he removed the condom without my knowledge,
I didn't know
and came in me while I was blindfolded.
Oh, wow.
So here I am. I'm maybe maybe 23, 24 years old. We're having sex. I agreed to go down there. And so I agreed and consented for us to fuck. I agreed for him to blindfold me. We agreed for him to wear a condom. Never wanted a kid. Wasn't an option. And he's a hoe. He's a fucking athlete. So literally he blindfolds me. We're fucking. It's great. He finishes. And before he removes my blindfold, he stops me and is like, you're going to be mad.
Oh, no.
Oh, wow.
That is what he said. And I was like, what the fuck am I going to be mad for? And of course he gaslit me and was like, it just was feeling so good.
It was just too good.
It was just too good, too what I had to like. And so he paid for my plan B and he gave me $1,000. And I literally talk about, wow, like I was assaulted, but the psychology around it was, but it felt good. And I took the money. So, and there's always been just like this conflated thing. And I think we're talking about it now, seeing the Diddy case, right?
Yeah.
When you have the power dynamic, he's this super mega big, football player in his prime at the time as well. And he gave you money.
And the guilt and shame about, I already agreed to X, Y, and Z, so I'm obviously guilty about A,
It's
and
just
it's like,
so
that's
difficult.
not,
It's not the case.
well, it's because we live in a society that like doesn't really encourage or celebrate women that say, yo, that wasn't right. Yo,
wasn't
that
right.
was fucking assault. It's almost like, no, you weren't. You shouldn't have done that. But it's like, if I go fucking rob a bank and then also kill the teller, like I'm a thief and a murderer. Like there's certain, you can't just say because a woman has agreed to do certain things and she is deserving of assault or deserving of being like blatantly lied to, deserving of being like a boundary crossed. And it's so like deeply ingrained into our society that we also adopt the fucked up narrative that like I deserved this.
But not only that, it's the advancement of knowledge and language. Bitch, stealthing, I just learned about what the fuck that was. So I even start that chapter with, I'm God's chosen because I didn't get sexually assaulted till 27. Then I go back and
Like,
realize,
nah,
oh
bitch.
wait, no, there was
This and this
there was
and
an
this and
assault
this.
at 7 that I put in the back of my brain, and then the assault at not only 23, 2 athletes did that to me. The other one didn't get the story. He didn't make it in the book, but there were 2, and one I was 18, and the second time I was 23. So here I go thinking like, I'm God's chosen because it took so long for me to experience this sexual assault, that this baggage, this trauma that most women carry, not even realizing, it's happened
You're
to you
also
multiple
carrying
times.
it. Yeah.
And you just didn't even know. Yes, you felt like you were violated, but at the time, that wasn't a conversation about being sexual assault.
And it's also very confusing because at 7, I'm also someone who's been molested at a young age. At some point, just your body is going to be aroused. It feels good. And then there's the confusion of like, but it felt good and my body responded this way, but then I'm holding the guilt and like confusion. Your body, literally the trauma in your body is also confused.
Mm-hmm.
And so it takes for you to have the language. It takes for you to feel empowered and independent and enough to be like, wait, hold up. And a lot of times when you're that young, your body hides that type of trauma from you because you can't handle it. You can't process it.
Yeah, you can't.
So the only thing it knows is to black it out and to block it out and to numb yourself out. And what will happen in adulthood, you'll have consensual sex and be able to easily block shit out or go so far. And then when you don't want to do something, it's easy for you to be like, okay, because you've done that even in places you don't remember a lot of times. And you're like, oh, okay. And you just shut down and you leave your body. Yeah. And I've done it so many times and like not realizing like, why do I feel this way inside? But it's not connecting to like my heart and my mind because bitch, you don't even remember. So there's like such deep psychology like that goes with it that it takes a lot of time to like educate yourself and really be brave enough to dig back into your history enough to be like, because a lot of times when that happens to you, I don't want to remember this shit.
No.
But then you have the opportunity to have like, I feel like it's like literary therapy.
I sat with my therapist to get, like, I brought up so much of my childhood that I've been with my therapist for 4 years. We got to my childhood when we got to this book because I disconnect myself from my past. I hate my teenage self, and I am in spite right now of who I was in my 20s. I'm like, she was all, I literally talk in like third person. I hate all the stuff she did, and I talk like it's not me, not realizing that I don't get to sit here and talk to y'all and be this empowered person without the shit that she did or without the mistakes she made and learned from. So it was like the therapy process of this was so dope. And then it continued after. Right after I finished the book, I went celibate and celibate, abstinent. Don't fucking come for me, bitches. I don't go to church, but it's one of them goddamn words. So I went celibate and stopped drinking because I had to have the reality check of my relationship with sex and liquor, sex and alcohol, my safety with men. I have to drink to fuck.
For a long time, I did too. And blacking out so you don't attach to it.
There's times where I've woken up with partners and been like, did we fuck last night?
Same.
Because of blacking out.
Scary.
Like, and it had to be like, whoa, not only are you drinking to fuck this thing that you enjoy, right? You're drinking because you don't feel safe. I learned that I'm not the extrovert party girl I thought I was. I'm really a recluse and like to be alone and really don't like people like that. I thought I liked being around a whole lot of motherfuckers.
Confused.
No, bitch. It's because every time you go out, you have a drink in your hand. And so learning myself through the book process, but then also through cold turkeying, liquor, and sex, also transformative.
One time, me and Orlando were having sex, and he choked me out, and I was riding him. And I had, like, went out to eat, and I had, like, a Mai Tai or something, and, like, he choked me, and I was riding him, and I was fine, and then I must have, like, blacked out. I must have fainted a little bit, and then I came back, and I looked at him, and I had to, like, the first thing I thought was, like, oh, my God, like, I drank too much. Like, I didn't remember where I was at, and I just started crying. He's like, oh, you didn't like that? I was like, no. That just took me to a place that I haven't been to in a very long time.
Oh, wow.
And there's been times I've been with niggas, and I blacked out drunk, and then I'm like, who is this? Oh yeah, you know, but like,
oh, wow.
It drugged me back into a space that I had not been in so long, and it took me a minute to put it together. Like, why was I so triggered by him, like by that? But I was like, no, I don't like that. Because my first thing was like, how much did I drink?
Yeah,
knowing that is a pattern that I had been in heavily in my 20s, and I had come out of it and been in a safe space. But that reminded me, and it triggered me so deeply. And remembering, like, oh, bitch, there's still some work that you need to do behind these actions, behind these things that you did, that you detached yourself from. And yes, you've come a long way, but you don't really come a long way without digging back into.
You gotta dig back.
What the fuck was I doing?
Right.
Why?
Right.
Yeah, I'm really proud of you for being able, like, to be here, because it has been quite a journey and such an evolution.
Journey, bitch.
How long were you celibate for?
I think I was celibate longer than I went without liquor. I was just proud that I was able to I made 2.5 months, almost 3 months without liquor. Celibacy, I went maybe 4.5, 5 months.
Because you took that break, do you feel like you're obviously you're drinking, like, but like more aware of when you're going too far and when you're not feeling safe?
I started getting like, and I've had lovers of mine be like, damn, you got to drink to fuck me? They've said that to my face. And I'm like, damn. And I mean, shit, you know what I mean? And that was a hard pill to swallow, because damn, you're picking up something that I know I
don't want to pick up yet,
that I haven't unpacked yet. And so that was like the push that I needed to do that. And yeah, so that was like, I guess from August through the top of the year. I ended up fucking on New Year's on an island. But yeah, that work, just don't even get me into it. But
no, let's get into it.
Yeah.
So the crazy part about realizing that connection, and it's so crazy because I have a sister who's 27. My mom is 55. I'm 34. Without any of us cross-talking to each other, I spoke to both of them separately. They're in therapy doing the same thing I'm doing. Why do I not feel safe with men?
Because you healing heals your lineage.
I don't want to talk about it, but it's like, damn,
true.
I like men. Like, so I talk about my sexual assault in here. And the embarrassing part is, as someone who's only been with black men, who only wants to be with black men, I was so mad that all my assaulters are black. I literally say it in the book, like, not even why did he assault me? Fuck, why was he black? Why did my brother do that to me? Like, why would he, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was pissed at that. I was...
A place that's supposed to be a safe space, a place that you're supposed to feel safe, a place...
That's having me cry.
I think you're ready to come on the retreat now.
Tissues?
No, I'm trying to catch it. Yeah.
But it's deep, and it's necessary, and it's important that your audience and our audience sees you vulnerable and sees you talking about this, because like you said, like it's one thing to like hee and ha ha and talk about the sex and make light of it, and like you kind of have to like to get to that part, to get to this point, like we have to celebrate deeply. We have to celebrate ourselves so deeply in all of our things that we feel safe coming to the place where like I wasn't safe, and this is why I acted out this way.
Well, I think a lot of sexual empowerment, unfortunately, that we see on the internet and the kikiing and the laughing is because women haven't actually gone under the surface and really explored the darkest parts of why they feel like they need to show up. Why
the laughing is a defense mechanism.
Oh, absolutely.
Or why women are hypersexual. Like, is this actually you, or is this your trauma coming through? And this is a form of protection because you actually don't feel safe and you actually want to repel everyone from you. And this is how I show up. This is me being confident in my sexuality because this is my protection from the people that have hurt me. And even further than that, like I think a lot of like with men, black men specifically, black women, us protecting black men too, not wanting to
see them go to jail after they shoot you in the foot.
Well, there's a huge hush community, like there's a huge no snitch community that we come from.
It's fucking ridiculous.
Like even when you hurt me, I'm still considering if I should protect
you first.
Yeah,
like the thought is to protect the abuser.
Yes. And
I've been, fuck?
Yes.
You know, like that it sucks. It sucks. And I think the work that has to be done in order to feel empowered is what I'm realizing is sexual liberation. It's not just having the freedom to go and fuck whoever you want to. It's also knowing what your desires are, what you want, what makes good, and making sure you're doing the pleasure for yourself. Like, I tell myself I'm a pathetic bitch multiple times because I even talk about how, wow, sex was actually the way in which I came across confident, because if a man fucked me, I got the validation that my whole confidence was centered
around your pussy
and wrapped
and
around.
If it worked good.
And if it was wet, fat, juicy, the men wanted it, the type of men I got. And I was like, oh, wow, I'm like not confident at all. And I'm seeking validation through the places I don't even feel safe technically. The niggas who don't respect me outside of the bedroom. Like there's very little respect, and this is such a temporary moment. This is how I feel good about myself. And that was a hard pill to swallow too. Like
where your empowerment was totally linked to sex.
It was false. Yeah. Like it was false. And I was like, damn, did you like yourself? And I think I think that's what this journey in therapy has done. It has gotten me to like value myself so much more. Bitch, it's hard to fuck niggas now. Cause I be like, you don't deserve this, bitch. You don't even know. Bitch, I love myself. It's a little harder to fuck a
like,
bitch who loves
now.
herself. Shit.
Yeah.
Like, because I know what I deserve. I have the words and vocabulary to say, this is how I want to be treated. These are the things I want. And as soon as a man admits, because baby, a man will tell you what he can't do for you. Yeah. And it's up to you to accept it or not. So as soon as a man lets me know he can't show up how I would like him to show up, oh baby, we ain't got nothing else to talk about. It ain't gonna happen. And I think that for so long, I was accepting crumbs, the bare minimum, just to be in the presence of a fine lit nigga with a big old dick. You know what I mean? Like just to be able to say I did, maybe.
Right.
The fuck?
How is this like awakening that you discussed, like that your sister and your mom are also experiencing right now? Like how has it shifted you guys' relationship too?
I mean, the thing is, we all got out of relationships with undiagnosed, because not many are, with men who we perceive to have been narcissists. And so the crazy thing that we don't talk about, like we just talked about sexual abuse, right? I don't think there is enough conversation around what the emotional abuse of an up and down relationship looks like. A man who wants to humble you, a man who doesn't celebrate you, a man who, will tie your successes to him being present.
Competitive.
A man who's competitive, a man who, betrays your boundaries and trust. The emotional psychology around also continuing to go back. That was my first relationship. We broke up 13 times. And that was
that's a moon. Those are moon signs.
wait. and you know why I know? Because bitch, every time we did, I brought it to the podcast. So bitch, it is fucking chronologicalized on the goddamn show. And it used to suck because, you know, we vocal record. So I'll be talking about, yeah, fuck nigga, yeah, I'm single now, fuck that nigga, da-da-da. By the time that shit aired, we was back together. I was like, yeah, don't read the comments.
There's something about podcasting too that people like. It makes you fucking accountable. You're like, fuck. Not only do I have to hear myself say this shit over and over again, these people that I don't even know, it makes you be accountable. You're like, fuck, I said this 17 motherfucking times.
You know what's crazy too? As women, going through that experience and going back that many times, because I was thrilled. I was in love with that man. Going back that many times allowed me to understand more. So I then if you listen to the early days in the podcast, the woman kept going back. I thought she was a weak ass, pussy asshole. Like, girl, how could you do that?
Until it's you, baby.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And then when it was me, I literally, I couldn't see it until I got out of it too. And I was like, oh shit. But also there's this like dumbass logic. There's a few dumbass logics we have to like tell the younger youth. You know they're not going to listen to, because I'm mad that there's stuff that we didn't listen to as women. The older women used to try to tell us, bitch, and you don't really learn until you go through it. So like, fucking a guy isn't going to make him like you more. And then the other one is, you have to fight for love. That was why I kept going back. I'm like, well, they say that relationships are hard and you have to fight for them. And, you know, you can't just, when it gets bumpy, you can't just leave at the first sign. You have to. And I was like, yeah, nah, bitch. Some relationships deserve to be gone after the first.
A man
one.
made up those myths.
They definitely did.
Oh my
they
God.
gaslit us.
Oh, you leave me so easily.
They do, but
I
think that because women we're romanticists,
Yes,
romantic.
just on our own individually. I'm not going to blame everything on the man. Like, we do this shit to ourselves.
Oh, delusional.
Like, we're literally delusional. When I was with my ex, I remember sitting on the podcast and saying, I don't get to write my love story. Like, I don't get to write my story. If it starts rocky, that's just how it is, you know? And I'm like thinking back now and I'm like, bitch, that was fucked up. Like, that wasn't gonna work from the beginning.
I'm gonna light the blunt on that one.
You needed to.
Hey. No, I'm gonna light the back one on the delulu-ness. I'm just gonna have to light that up.
And that didn't really have anything to do with him. He didn't feed me that. I fed myself that, because that is what
it's easier to lie to yourself.
Because that's what being loved was such an addiction for me at that point. I wanted that love to work so badly because I felt in such a deficit of love in my life at that point. So that superseded all fucking logic and anything else. It had nothing to do with him. And the dick was great, but it wasn't like that great. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't even the dick. It was like my need and obsession with wanting to feel loved and be loved and wanting to just get that part of my life going already. Like, I'm tired of being single. I want to start my said life already, like as if it hadn't already as if I hadn't already been living it. You know?
I talk about like the Disney the Disney princess syndrome or whatever. Like the fact that in all of our childhood movies and cartoons, it's literally a woman doing like. This bitch Ariel gave up her voice for a nigga.
It's literally part of the welcome package of womanhood. You get born as a girl, and the welcome package is like, hi.
Is that a man is going to come and
here's your baby in the kitchen.
I was watching Brandy's Cinderella last night with my daughter. It's been a 3-part series.
By the way, that is such a good fucking film.
It's a great movie, yes. But as I'm watching it, I'm like, so this nigga is fucking dancing, has all these bitches waiting to dance with him, and then a missing shoe, and he's has to fit, and all the bitches are going crazy. Fighting each other over whether their fucking shoe fits, and this Cinderella's over here like, I'm just Cinderella, just a lonely milkmaid, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Right.
Like, this is fucked up. I'm like, this is sad.
It's like little girl propaganda. We might need to write a warning book for the like the mothers. These are the things you don't do with.
Please do not.
Gender roles. I'm just saying it's a warning.
No, I agree.
Disney movies should come with a warning packet, like a warning label. Like, this shit is not fucking real, and it will make you helpless and fucking.
Oh, let me see.
Damsel in distress.
There's the Ariel. There's the Pocahontas,
But wait,
who
you-
abandoned her whole
Sleeping
family to be
Beauty,
with a
Sleeping
white
Beauty.
man.
But even in Cinderella, what I noticed too, and obviously the stepmom was evil, but she was the one pushing her
the girl.
daughters.
Yep.
And so a lot of times that's it too, is that it starts with your mother too, saying this is what you need to do
need
in
a
order
man.
to be valuable. This is how you start. When you do this is when you start your life. When you get married, this is when you start your life. Everything else doesn't matter because we're leading and this is the goal.
The goal is to be a wife and to be a mother. And that's where, to me, not wanting to be either, like, I'm now like this modernized woman, of course, but
I wish they would do like what the fuck happened afterwards with
think-
all these
with
hoes.
all these bitches.
I think
Where it happened to
that's-
Cinderella and
I'm not gonna lie. If you watch Beauty and the Beast, the Beast was a whole narcissist, abusive ass nigga. And,
he was mean to her, then liked her again.
Was beating her ass and all
They're
that shit.
literally
And Belle was just
programming us for
Bro,
fuck niggas.
For fuck,
Disney,
literally.
I'm gonna sue you. I'm gonna fucking.
And they got the money, bitch.
Is this
Let's class action.
This is a
we
high-
are suing for emotional
This
damage.
is a-
Disney World, count your fucking days.
We're coming for you, and we want our money.
Okay, we're gonna put a petition in this episode description.
This is a
we're-
high thought, a class action suit against motherfucking Disney because you fucking false advertise all throughout my childhood.
Love, you false
Trauma.
advertising.
I had a decade of or plus of trauma because of your bitch ass.
Disney, you have
Walt.
10 days to respond.
This is legal.
We're coming for you.
I mean, and honestly, that's why I feel like as mothers, I know we got a lot of backlash coming into this space like this because we talk very, very, very real in this book too. But it's like, this is why it requires mothers like us, and this is why the work that we're doing is so motherfucking important. That you writing this book, us all arriving here is no mistake. The same way your mom and your sister are now in therapy and coming to terms. That would have probably never happened if there wasn't for Mandii. What you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like there's so much work in like. We said this. There's healing in the hoeing.
And I just want to say too, for the people that listen and know that y'all are moms and think that y'all are these wild, crazy, insane bitches, y'all have two of the most well-behaved kids. I don't even like kids. But anytime I've been around your daughters, just the most kindest, sweetest, most well-behaved little girls. And so, and I know moms who think that they're fucking A1 moms and their kids are fucking bitches. You know what I mean? Their kids are fucking dickheads. And so, like, just know y'all are doing right by how you're raising those.
That's
two
how I knew we
girls.
were real friends when you let us come to your house with our kids.
With the
I was
kids.
like, wow.
Because I like them. They're well behaved. Oh, trust me. Don't bring your kids. I have friends that I don't want to be around.
Our
them.
kids might have traumatized your cat, though. I'm not
Oh
gonna
yeah,
lie.
nah, they was whooping Bodie ass, and then Bodie
Your
started.
cat traumatized them.
Bodie started fighting back. Oh, I know. It was
the back
crazy. Well, that's my nephew. Yes, I do. But girl, my voice is. Do you hear this?
Am I
This
the
is
only one
14
chiefing
pods
it
later.
to the brain? It's just Milah getting.
Oh no! I'm getting secondhand smoke, and
Hit
it
it for me.
smells delicious. So, is banana?
This is a Nola Banana Foster's backwood.
Okay, 'cause it smells delicious.
It's smelling like
Does it taste
dessert.
good?
It does.
I'm
taste
taking
good.
a break from cannabis, but the other day, I smoked a backwood. Like, I smoked a backwood. Like, did not take the shit
Oh, you didn't
out
take
of-
the shit out of it.
No, because I was like, let me just taste what it tastes like. Because what I
but
know,
it's tobacco, right?
well,
Yeah,
but this
this
the
is tobacco,
Well, this
too.
is the thing. This is what I've realized because there's a lot of flavors, but every time I kind of smoke one, I'm like, I don't know if I'm tasting
Oh,
the
is it
flavor.
inside?
It's inside. We're literally taking the flavor,
flavor out of it.
You got to leave a little bit of the
Well,
shit
you know,
in.
some of them. I
gotta
know people
leave-
that sprinkle the
and that's
insides in
why.
there.
And that's why, because
To
I
taste it.
smoked a backwood
more you
white.
know.
I smoked
Should
a
come with
backwood white.
instructions.
Right.
I smoked a backwood white, and it was like vanilla. I was like, oh,
It was good?
It was good. I
Okay.
mean, and I didn't inhale I smoked like a cigar. Like you're supposed to let it kind of marinate in your mouth.
Breaking news,
and
you guys.
the amount of people that went in, shout out to our followers on Instagram. Y'all were very concerned for my health in my DMs, and they were also going to drop off weed immediately. They were like, "Where are you? I will drop off weed. You don't need to be smoking no backwoods like this."
But breaking news, you guys, backwoods are for smoking. I don't, the directions don't say anything. Hey, PSA to the niggas out there. It says nothing about taking
Taking
all
it
the
out.
shit.
Mind you,
fucking
if you look at the
surgerying it.
picture, bitch, the inside is literally poking out.
Yeah, because we're supposed to smoke that.
Yeah, no, and so I did, and I was like,
remixed
and I was
it.
like, do I need to start smoking cigars? Like, for real?
Do you like? I like smoking cigars.
I don't mind. I don't mind.
like it.
I've smoked my dad's before, but his are so intense.
That's what happens when you're a side chick. Married men take you to cigar lounges.
Yes, they do, because there's only men there.
They're the ones who introduced me to cigars. All my married
Old
men
niggas.
use the old heads.
Old niggas love to take a bitch to a
love
cigar bar.
lounge, baby. And do.
And I'm an old nigga magnet.
I'd be like, give me the girl one. Give me the little cute one, girl. The little cute one.
I kind of like them fat. It makes me feel like a gangster.
Oh, my God. I just feel like a gangster when I wake up.
Same, but like an extra gangster, like a music video gangster. Do you have you made any bad choices this week that you want to share with our audience? Your bad choice of the week.
Bad mom, not a bad mom, but a bad mom. So good. I'm living.
First off, I've been potting my life away.
Every time I see you, you're
I know,
potting
that's
your
all
life
I'm
away.
doing is freaking
I
talk.
don't know how you talk so much.
I talk a whole lot. A bad decision? No, but I did so it's a good decision, but it's like naughty. Mm-hmm. So, shout out to Girls Gotta Eat. They gave me, and I'm so glad, because I moved from New York to Atlanta, have not unpacked one of my electronic boxes. This electronic box has all of my sex toy chargers. So it has been 6 months since I have put a toy to my pussy. So Raina gave me, Girls Gotta Eat gave me a sex toy. And bitch,
You've been going crazy all
Your
week.
pussy was like,
they were like, do you want a toy for a couple or do you want a toy for yourself? I said, bitch, I'm selfish. Give me one for myself. And I said, wait, do you have something that sucks? Those are the things I like. And so it's this, baby, I've been coming in bitch, 30 seconds. I'm like, bitch, normally it take me a good 8-9 minutes because I got to warm her up. Bitch, I put that little thing on and it was
sober to know what to do.
It's like real quick. Oh, no. That was my clit got drunk real quick. Okay. like if you're talking about not drinking for a while, that thing went on that clit and I said, boop, came. So that decision was a great decision. It was a naughty one. It was a bad one. It was all the things.
I love that.
I'm back to getting this clit sucked, baby. And that shit felt good.
Well, I'm happy you're back, baby.
I'm glad I'm back. Because, boy, is it fucking caveman, old era age to just be rubbing that thing.
It's vintage.
It's very vintage.
It's good for you to come back. You got to take breaks. You can't buzz your fucking vag away all the time.
All I know is that 6-month break just made it to where I don't even really get to enjoy, the long experience of masturbation right now. Bitch, it's that's my pussy and I come.
So that was your bad choice of the week, not unpacking that one charger box?
Oh my, that was my bad choice this whole year. Bitch, why the fuck have I not charged my sex toys? So I just be at home vintage rubbing this pussy.
I bet you're going to go home and plug that shit in now.
Literally, it's so funny because my homegirl was like, you could always stay at my house in LA. And I said, first off, a bitch likes to play with her pussy. Okay? I said, I like to be in a hotel room where I can just lay naked. Girl, you be having people come over. At the end of the day, sometimes I don't want to talk to people at all. So I got my little hotel, got that sex toy, and boy.
So you've been having a hell of a week, huh?
Going in. Look at me rubbing my pussy now. Let me calm down.
Tingling.
Shit.
You have a book.
She kind of jumping right now. She
Did somebody say vibrator?
Oh, she happy. She was like, God damn, thank you, girl.
You have a chapter in your book. It's funny that we're talking about this called "How Can I Expect You to Please Me If I Can't Please Myself?"
So that's the first chapter in the book, and it talks about back to even having sex with men. It's about me not understanding my body, not knowing my body, and the only way for a long time being able to come through sex. So I needed a man to come. And so it goes through the journey of literally from me humping a teddy bear when I was young to me using the shower head at home because it felt good to me reading fan fiction where, bitch, why the fuck was I 13, 14 wanting to be gangbanged by B2K, Bow Wow, and fucking Chris Brown all at once? I'm 13.
You knew about a
and I'm
gangbang?
literally reading this fan fiction So Chris Brown came over, and then Jay Boog walked in, and
Where are you reading this fan fiction?
Y'all don't know about fan fiction?
No, what is that?
Oh my God, y'all can still find it to this day. We looked it up. So they were message boards. So you know how Reddit is, and the other message board that never gets airtime and gets bleeped out whenever I talk about it. So
What's that one?
the one that is in the back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that one. I don't say that.
Yeah, I guess we should.
Because they
give them-
fucking evil.
Fuck that.
But it's like a Reddit. So there's multiple message boards, and there's like a category labeled fan fiction. And you go in there, and it's people that are writing erotica, but the people in the erotica are celebrities. So as a fan, you could literally look up who you like and read all these stories. And so I was reading these stories, and it was like, you know, like I'm hanging out with the crew, and literally, yeah, Jay Book came over, and Lil Fizz was looking through the door, and I said, "You can come join." But I was
Not
dating
Lil
Bow
Fizz.
Wow. Oh, like, literally, I'm fucking 13, and I'm like, "Oh yeah, gangbang me, B2K, yes."
Wow.
Why the fuck did I want that so young? That's how I knew it was gonna be a problem once I started fucking.
You're advanced.
Like, and so I talk about sitting at the computer, reading this late at night, and just getting wet and not knowing what was happening. And then I talk about hunching my friends, because that's what we did. We played teacher and hunched each other with our clothes on. And so I go through this journey of what was happening with my body, it thumping, it feeling good when I would rub it on things. And then I get to where I'm in my 20s, and I'm like, oh, I know how to touch it. I know how I like it. Oh, this is what's happening. And I talk about like the way I'm able to get pleasure now with partners and with myself is heightened out of this world, because I know exactly what I want. And it's because I explored my body and figured out what I like, what I don't like, and then learned how to communicate it. So yeah, it's like, ladies, y'all mad you can't orgasm. Do you know, do you like it slow? Do you like it hard? And once you know how you like it, then tell the nigga, tell the bitch.
Go to fanfiction. Go to fanfiction
You know what I mean?
and figure it
Go
out.
read some fan fiction.
I might have
Step
to,
one.
I might have to
Mind you, and those are, of course, I was a child, but you can go, oh, bitch, if you like white people, I'm sure there's some
I know, let me
with
go look up
fucking
some
One
Charlie
Direction,
Hunnam
Leonardo
fan fiction.
DiCaprio.
Let
I'm
me
sure
look
you
at-
could read about fucking all them white crackers too.
You know what? This is such a female thing, because I'm like, you know, you can't find the porn category, like the specific porn category that you want, and it pisses you off. And I'm like, I should just make my own fan fiction.
Fan fiction.
I am going to go look up Charlie Hunnam fan fiction.
Who the fuck is
Who
Charlie
the fuck is
Hunnam?
Oh, someone white, because I don't know.
Yeah,
that sounds
Sons
white.
of Anarchy.
Oh,
The lead of Sons of Anarchy.
Never saw that either.
So fine.
Jason Momoa.
That is, that right there.
But if I,
Give me
could,
any
but
time
if I had
period.
a fan fiction with Charlie and Jason, bitch.
No, you know who I want? I'm going to take it.
I need one black.
I'm going to keep it in the same region.
No, this is my white
I
boy
want
fantasy.
Jason Momoa and Roman Reigns.
Who's Roman Reigns?
Bitch, look up Roman Reigns right now. I took it from acting to wrestling.
Oh, he's
He's a wrestler. Don't even like wrestling is only good for eye candy. Roman Reigns, his whole family's in there.
Oh, damn.
Damn, bitch. You see that nigga?
God damn.
Oh, he looked like
He's Hercules.
He's Hercules.
What
Yeah.
the fuck?
That's the kind of white I like.
He's like Tongan
Is he
or
white?
Samoan.
He don't look white. He's
I mean,
something
he's
else.
like whatever that.
He looks like kind of
I was about to say
non-black I like.
Filipino. He's
He used to play football.
Hawaiian?
it's like Hawaii,
Oh,
but
he's
it's
married.
not.
Who is his wife?
A wrestler, I think. They all marry each other.
They do.
All the wrestlers like marry each other.
They're in the
Okay.
same
But he
age.
fine. Fine.
Let me see.
Oh, she fine too, actually.
Oh, wow.
I fuck him both.
He's not as fine right there.
Yeah, because he's suited
kinda
up. He
look
don't,
like-
I don't like when niggas.
He
be
needs to have his
clean.
hair down
I
all
need-
the
I
time.
need- I
Let
need
that
you to look
hair
rough.
down.
Yeah, look like you're going to ravage me.
I need
Ravish.
even I like hair. Like, don't shave your hair off. I need you to look scruffy.
Yeah.
I like a little scruffy motherfucker.
Me too. I want you to look a little rough around the edges.
If you start getting grays, keep the salt and pepper. Don't color that shit. I hate that it's getting colored. Keep it salt and pepper.
He went to Georgia Tech. Just an FYI.
Damn,
Maybe
that's
he's,
right
maybe
down
he's
the
still in
I was gonna
Atlanta.
say.
Maybe he come back enough. I just want to bump into him.
He's
one
from
day.
Florida.
And he from Florida?
Yeah,
Oh,
girl,
he want to be me
Pensacola.
so bad.
Pensacola, baby.
Damn.
Cola.
Not you knowing all of his.
I thought it was
He's Samoan and Italian.
Oh, so he is okay. Part spicy white. Okay,
part spicy.
Part spicy white. A little meatball. All right,
yeah.
I ain't mad at that.
We went on a deep dive.
Sorry.
We did.
I'm going to have to
And I lost
bookmark
my
that for
card.
later in my fan fiction.
I also lost my card.
Your card?
Mm-hmm, the one y'all had me pull.
Oh, no, it's in your book.
Oh, okay. Can you not gonna read me my card?
No, we are going to read your card. But before we read your card, I want to ask you if you have a horror story that you can share with us.
Ooh.
Horror stories.
In true horror form. I know you're a reformed whore, supposedly now.
Go back into your whore files.
I guess because in true fashion, why not? I'll bring up a story that I had in the book. My first time pegging went terrible, and it's because the guy was so against the strap looking like a real dick. So he didn't want
Had he done it
veins.
before?
He didn't. No, but he was interested. Like, he definitely liked butt play. And I wanted to get in that Buddha hole.
But wait, but what? Question before we tell the horror story.
Yes.
Why did you want to get in the booty hole? Like, where did that come from? Like, where was that?
So
where
it's-
did that birth? Where was that birthed?
Look at that. That's in the book too. First off, it was birthed in homophobia. Let's be very clear. The chapter that I'm talking about, I start with how I used to think if a guy wanted to have anal sex with me, he was gay. Because why would you want anything but this lovely fucking hole right here? Why would you want the back door? That don't make no sense. And so I go through this journey of unlearning that, finally having anal sex, it not being the best, but willing to keep trying all the way until I got an anal orgasm. I started to just really enjoy male butt too, I think, from gay porn. So to me, men in straight porn always look like they just got out. The girls, weaves was bad, makeup was terrible, and I'm like, straight porn is just not sexy to me. So somehow I went down the rabbit hole of gay porn. They're all shaved, they're ripped, they fine.
They take care of themselves.
They take care of themselves. And I'm like, oh wait, they're having mad anal sex and I don't see shit. I said, oh, so maybe you could have it. Maybe this is like a clean little thing you could do if you do it the right way. But I started liking male butt. I started looking at it. I started
You calling it
Male
male
butt.
butt over and over? Male butt.
I did.
Like a movie, male butt.
I liked how it looked in jeans. I used to want to see a nigga bend over. Then there's a thing where they make their Buddha hole wink.
Girl.
What is that category called?
Buddha hole wink. But they literally just make it say hi. It's like, look at me. I'm like, yeah, they.
Actually, yeah, don't you remember that
Oh.
he sent me a winking booty hole?
I do.
Remember? That was
What
recently. That was like 6 months ago.
Was it?
Yeah.
I was like a year or two.
I like a wink and Buddha hole.
Yeah, no. It was,
It was like last year.
You know that went viral. Lil Fizz, I think, had a wink and Buddha hole that
not your B2K fantasy.
you know.
Did it come to
You
fruition?
know, it's so crazy. But yeah, anyway, so I grew the obsession of seeing the beauty in that. Like the same way men like our asses, I started really liking male butt. So,
Got it.
and then I wanted to penetrate it. I saw how beautiful it looked in gay porn. And I wanted that
Was
angle.
it that you wanted this? You wanted a man to submit to you? Was it the
A
submission?
little bit of that too, but I was like,
or you just was like you just love to please so much that you wanted to.
I
Experience.
wanted to please him in every hole.
I just want to tell you, if you're just listening to this and you're not watching, for the love of God, tune in because the passion in her face, right now, the pronunciation of male butt, and the joy and wow, I've never seen such joy in your eyes.
And then I learned science, and they said the G spot was up there. I said, oh, I'm about to please you, baby, make you feel like you ain't never, let me milk that thing. And so, literally,
Then I learned science.
Bitch. Not me can tell you, your prostate is your G spot. Let me get up in there. And so, anyways, back to the story.
Sorry.
The first time I pegged a guy, he didn't want it to look like a dick. So I got a prostate toy, but it was so hard and it had a curve. Ooh. And so in order to get the prostate, it's go towards the belly button. So the lady at the store, I'll never forget, she said if it's curved, if he's on his back, it should be pointed up. If he's on his knees, it should be pointed down. And so when we fucked, it was like, it was hard. It was hard, and so I don't think it was very enjoyable for him. And it made me not enjoying the experience because I knew I wasn't, it had to hurt. Well, I said, nigga, next time we might need the thing with the little veins that look like a dick. Because those at least feel like skin and are better like material. But it's so funny. I literally do the Keith Lee. My first time pegging, I'd like to rate it a 5.5 out of 10. Like, it was a bad first time. I'm glad that me and him got to go a second time.
I was going to ask you, did you guys get a redo?
We did a redo. We did it multiple times.
With the same toy or a new toy?
With a different toy. He allowed me to go and just get one that looked like a dick. And we had to talk through his own internalized homophobia with that too. Like, bruh, it's a plastic, I'm a bitch, calm down, it's not a real dick. I just think the material would lead for it to be better. And so, yeah, like, we did that, and that's when I even started, like, the anal training kits. So, learn more about the butt plugs, learn more about, like, the things that I could go in there to help open them up and get them comfortable before I just started ramming them. But, yeah.
You're an anal expert.
You know,
can you just give us maybe 3 tips? I think you kind of just did right now, but, like, what are 3 real official tips on successfully pegging?
Lube and a lot of it. Do not think your spit is good enough, bitch. Get the lube and honestly lube up the toy and lube up the hole. The more lube, the better. You could not have too much lube in anal sex. There's like no such thing. And then if there's a lot of it, then his ass just gets to be shiny, okay? Now you got a shiny, nice ass that's lubed up and ready. So lube. I'm not going to lie. I'm not a gay male, so I've never douched it. I just don't eat that day. Like, no coffee that morning. I'm going to be strategic around if I had a wet shit that morning, we're not having anal sex. It has to be hard, firm, not a lot of mess, So make sure you're aware of your body. If you drank coffee that morning and blew up the fucking bathroom, that might not be the day for you to engage in anal sex. Like, make sure your body is in a healthy state. And then, other than that, I already said the anal training. That's a little bit more advanced. I would also say
when you say anal training, you mean like the size?
The plugs?
Yes, the butt
okay.
plugs.
Okay.
By the way, I have steps in the book. So you get the book.
Okay.
I talk about this too. But the other thing that I will say, going into anal sex, whether you are pegging or whether you are receiving, understand that we are humans. So there may be a mess. Don't make it awkward. Don't make a scene. Be okay with the fact that you could be as prepared as you think you are. You could dish and there still be a mess. So just be prepared that it could happen. And just move on. Clean the sheets, bitch. Take it off. Put a new set down. Use a towel if you need. Use a doggy pad. Whatever.
Doggy pad. Oh.
Yeah, they use that for mostly squirters, but it's something
It can double.
Doggy pads be at the sex parties.
I know. But I didn't think
Yeah.
about it for anal. I just thought about it for squirting. But if you use for anal, you just
Yeah, I mean that's what the dogs do on it. They shit on it.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Thanks so much.
You hear that, Orlando?
Thanks so much for that.
I don't know. What,
First off, I know you're not acting like you don't know about no Buddha hole play, bitch.
why are you talking to me like this?
Because she puts it in her butt, or you think she puts it in Orlando's butt?
Not Orlando's.
Oh.
I don't know what they do.
Oh, you're talking about. Never mind.
When you when you
Okay.
told me the story about all the batteries and not working, I was like that's all I thought about.
Bruh. Yes,
And
crazy.
I had a flashback, and I was like, she's still mad. She's
So mad. But now instead of being mad at you, I'm mad at myself.
Why?
Well, you didn't charge all your toys, but now I just told you I haven't had toys charged in 6 months.
But that was the last time
So
that
I
it was
would be you, bitch.
that was much of a disaster when it was other people depending on my
Bro.
charging. And
Well, it
everybody
was
mad at me.
spontaneous.
It was very.
Sort of, right? Like,
kinda-
did you go home before to prepare?
No, it was spontaneous.
Yeah.
It was like we all
Give my
going.
girl some grace.
We all going. Listen, slumber party.
Did we ever tell this story publicly?
I think
Did we?
I feel like
I don't think we did. I think it was too.
I think we talked around it.
One
Okay,
time.
wait. Are we able to share it?
Yeah.
Oh, so me.
wait, hold on.
Me and Milah.
Hold on, wait.
Oh, go ahead.
If you want to hear this story, you have to join our Patreon.
Join the Patreon.
Okay, make sure you go to patreon.com/Good Moms Bad Choices. To
Oh, 'cause
hear.
the tea is there,
This is a
baby.
real horrible decision.
This
for
was
real.
not.
Yes.
This is a friend, Hori.
Fred
Okay,
Hoeing.
so this is going on Patreon?
Yeah.
Perfect. So
I think you did group chat us at first.
and then I was like, okay, y'all take me out the chat now. Y'all
Okay,
have
I'm
fun. See you next time I'm in LA, babe.
Friendship, okay?
Wow. Wow.
And by the way, you're the only person that shares that experience with me. I have never gangbanged another man.
It was my idea. I was like, why not? This sounds like a great idea. I wish now that
I wish
had better
more
tools.
women were. I wish you had better tools too. But I wish more women enjoyed like just being like,
referral dick.
let's fucking gangbang this nigga.
Yeah,
yo.
like, can we just gangbang you? Like, come on.
I love it.
Come on.
Look at the empowerment of women. Like,
We
yo,
just run a
let's
train
run a
on you.
train.
Yeah. What are you doing tonight? Running a train. So me, Mandii, Erica. Yeah, we're gonna go out to dinner and then we're gonna run a train. What, you want to come by?
Wait, is that what you? I think you did tell Erica that, right? Did you know that we were that we planned that? You did. You did.
We planned it like during an episode recording. We were like, I said it, and then I was
I was
like,
like, oh yeah.
guess what? We made it happen, bitch.
I was like, call me after. Let me know how it went.
yeah, because she was like, I can't go because I know it's baby mom. We're like, you can wear your sunglasses.
That's what you could say. You could say that. I was like,
we can wear a disguise.
I was like, ethically, I can't do this, but tell me all about it later.
Wow, we've had some time.
Wow, and did.
I love you.
And did the stained glass and ketamine to running a train on a beautiful man.
No one did ketamine, by the way.
Yeah, we didn't.
No,
he
we
just
didn't.
had it.
He
And
tried.
He tried.
He really tried.
White people
That was
love
white
ketamine.
people was just like,
love ketamine.
You want drugs? We're like, well, we just had pasta. We're good. We're full. We just ate.
We never did it, so I don't know. Pasta and ketamine. I don't know.
I don't know if that's gonna really. But you know what? We will show you our titties while we swing on a random swing that's in your living room.
I remember. I think I three-way kissed them. I made them three-way
Yeah,
kiss.
she got the two guys to kiss.
Yeah, you got so these guys were fucking roommates, and they weren't
Remember?
gay. We
Wait,
don't
wait,
think.
do you remember the guy was like, he was like upstairs
He
in
was
his
sleeping.
cave.
And
And it came down to three giggling bitches.
I crawled up there. I
you
crawled
woke
up
him up out of his sleep.
And
Why
then
would a
literally,
black woman wake
they're
me up out of his
roommates.
sleep?
They're roommates. They're not partners. And here goes fucking Milah. I think y'all should kiss. And they both looked confused, and somehow they did end up kissing with you.
I was like on a three-way kissing tour that trip. I was like really feeling in my pride. I was like, let me see what I can make people do, and I did. I made them kiss, and
I think we three-way kissed. It was
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
Pasta brought us there.
It was great. 'Cause
Pasta and espresso martini.
You know, this is also a testament to like, I thought you hated me. So when I was going in to record the podcast.
Oh, that day, yeah.
when
we
I-
were like on defense.
we were like, I'm hoping you have to fuck her up. Like, I don't know what's going to happen because someone told me that she don't fuck with me and I don't know why, but I don't even know this bitch.
It never was the case. It never was the case.
So I walked in like on high alert, like, how's
Not
this
by the
podcast?
and literally by the end of the episode, I'm obsessed with the both of you, and I crashed the dinner y'all were having with Weezy.
They were like,
it
"You
was
have
supposed
to
to
come."
be. It was a reservation of 3, and I said, "Oh, it's gonna be 4." And Weezy was really not trying to share y'all as friends, and I was like, "Oh, I'm coming. Even if I have to sit at the table next to y'all, I'm going. I know where the fuck
Don't
you're
worry.
going.
No,
Bitch, I'm going."
She was like,
she was like, no, she really was really
she was
not trying to
like,
not.
She was like,
It's
it's
only for
Chicago,
3, they're
there's members
very
only. It's only
strict.
3. They're
Reservations
so
for
strict.
3. We're like, I'm sure they could squeeze one more chair.
She was like, it's strict. It's connected to Soho House.
I was like,
membership.
usually if there's 3 chairs, there's 4. I think that we'll be able to figure it out. And Mandy was like, yeah.
And I hopped right in the
Mandy,
goddamn
and then Mandy
taxi
was
with
like,
y'all.
I haven't been to dinner with this bitch in 3 years.
But I'm going today because I fucking love y'all. And then that's all she wrote. We've been friends ever since.
Literally,
Oh
like, tight friends, like, hey, can me, Erica, and our 2 kids come stay at your house when you out of town because they got to go to camp?
And did. Yep. Here you go. Like, yeah, it's been great. It's been so good.
I love you.
I love you too. I love both of y'all.
I really do love you.
It's so funny because we had so much catching up to do when y'all were just in Atlanta. And you said it and Orlando said it like, yeah, well, we didn't get to do much catching up because we were really drunk. All we did was fucking party. Like, and then to the point the next day I was like, can I just see y'all in LA? Because I am dead.
Yeah.
Y'all killed me. Like, y'all may be my only other friends that are the age y'all are that I can't really hang with.
Wait.
No, because I'm the youngest of all my friends.
What do you mean the age that we are?
All of my friends are the same age. They're all between 35 and 43.
I forgot. How old are you?
34.
Oh, okay.
So they're all like, you know, a little older, but bitch, they're mature. They not hanging out till 6 o'clock in the morning. You bitches keep going. You bitches.
I don't know if you're disrespecting
once you're
me or
out,
complimenting me.
First off, I don't know many people over the age of 35 who hang out of cars going from one party to the next. But Milah, hanging out the car. Hanging out the car. Like, it's spring break, bitch. It was a random Saturday in April. Wasn't spring break. Not for us. We don't, you know.
Sounds like spring break to me.
Actually, and it was spring.
I know.
Okay.
Sounds about spring to me.
You're right. But no, I love
It was
hanging
a
out
Black
with y'all.
Effect podcast festival, baby.
It was. We were celebrating
We're rock
just,
stars.
you know,
We're rock starring.
Now we're rock stars of the podcast fest. We got some nerdy
it
shit.
was so much fun. Yeah, we went from that night alone. I think I went to 3 or 4 different places because I was at Holiday Bar before I met y'all at Milah.
We took you to the West Hollywood.
took me
the
to-
West Hollywood bar of Atlanta.
I was about to say,
You took us
leave
there,
it
and I
to
was
fucking Erica and Milah to find something that looked so LA. Mind you, I've been in Atlanta. Atlanta is the black mecca of the goddamn country. They take me to the one spot where we're the only blacks in there, outside of the goddamn promoters. But it was so fucking beautiful. I was like, oh, this is
But
my
you were
vibe.
famous there. Do you remember?
Yeah, I know. We walked
I was
right
like,
in.
do you know him?
Mandy goes to me. She goes, Erica, I actually kind of love it because I'm really fucking tired of hearing Future everywhere. I'm actually happy there's white people here.
It was
She
cute.
was like, I might come back.
Oh, I want to go back. But also, their menu, when we walked up on your friends eating, I said, oh, bitch, this looks good.
Well, that's why she invited me because the food there is supposed to. I didn't know nothing about the rooftop.
I didn't
the
know
food there is supposed to be really good.
That food, the whole fucking
What is
establishment.
it called? Everybody
El
wants-
Malo.
Okay,
When I
Jesus.
say it was vibey, it was beautiful. It was giving literally Hollywood meets Tulum.
It was too
It
Caucasian
was
for me.
fucking cute.
In Atlanta, I refused.
In Atlanta, you were like, where is the nigga shit at?
I was like, I didn't come
want to
here
be
for
where
this.
all the blacks are.
I didn't
Literally,
come here for this.
literally, Milah was like, didn't come to Atlanta to be in a space.
The only way we stayed is I kept giving free shots,
They did.
and that's why and then after that we left immediately.
Well, no, I ended up buying around too. I was like, "Can I get 9, please?" We were deep.
Yeah,
too.
we were.
We were so fucking deep.
Right, I met my friends Hector and Libby. We had a lot of people.
We had a lot of fucking people. It was fun though. It's always a good time.
It is true. One thing about the three of us, I will say, we live up to our titles. This is no fake
This
shit.
is not fake.
This
we
is-
really live this
This is
shit.
really who we are.
Yeah, horrible and bad.
Very much. Very much.
Horribly bad.
Choices and decisions.
Yeah, you know.
We're made
If you hang out with us, it's going to be questionable. Everything.
every time. Every time.
Oh my goodness. Did you share an affirmation with us today?
Ooh, an affirmation. Can we actually go to the chapter where I have the affirmation?
Sure, Arthur.
And
Please,
it's
pull it up.
from the chapter where I championed being a side chick because I felt like the affirmations had to come with loving yourself. So here we go. I know it's towards the end of this chapter. Oop, NFL. Yep, here we go. So, oh, damn, this one said to recite affirmations. I know there's affirmations in here somewhere.
No,
but-
I saw them. In the
yeah, so maybe that's where I tell you to do the affirmations. Oh, loving yourself. It might be at the end.
Yeah, it's at the end.
It is.
How about I know your book better than you? Oh wait, is it?
No, that's power.
Okay.
So it's towards that. Let me see. You know what? An affirmation. Fuck it. I'm gonna
spit it. Just spit it out.
An
Freestyle.
affirmation. This is gonna be so simple, so cliche, but you are enough.
You are enough. That's real shit.
You are enough.
You know,
You're
it'd be the
enough.
cliche, the ones that your mom told you, the
That's
little
true.
nursery rhyme shit. Like those are the ones that you, when you get older, you're like,
Oh,
I get it.
Yeah. And I think that there's these expectations of us set on by our parents, by society. We're fucking victims of the fucking patriarchy. And so as women specifically, we always feel like we don't nurture enough. We don't care enough. We don't show up enough. We don't protect them. Like there's so much responsibility that we have that sometimes like what you're doing is fine and you are enough in whatever you are giving. You don't need to overexalt yourself to show up. You are enough as is. As is.
Just as you are.
Just as you are.
Organic, no GMO.
Yes.
No added preservatives.
Is it tarot time?
It is tarot time. I was just taking a look at it. It's very interesting, actually.
Tarot time.
Mandii, my friend who believes in no astrologies or
No stars, no moons,
no stars, no moons,
sage,
nothing.
no
Even though I
Jesus.
think I saw you on a clip recently talking about something about astrology, and I was like, bitch, stop.
No way. Wasn't me, bitch.
No way.
Just another little light skin hoe. But it wasn't me.
A booty hole, that was me.
But yeah.
My little Libra.
Zodiac shit. Nah. You ain't hear me talk
Mandy's
about
a Libra. She pulled the Lover's card.
And the upright, it means love, harmony, relationships, values, alignment, choices.
Ooh.
Very telling.
But she doesn't believe in this.
But she doesn't believe in it. No, she doesn't.
No.
That's
But I'll let y'all,
I'll interpret it.
pour
for you.
into me.
Okay.
Yes.
In its purest form, the Lover's card represents conscious connections and meaningful relationships.
Ooh, this me?
The arrival of this card in tarot reading shows that you have a beautiful, soul-honoring connection with a loved one. You may believe you have found your soulmate or life partner, and the sexual energy between you both goes way beyond instant gratification and lust to something that is very spiritual and almost tantric. Maybe it's you with you.
Maybe.
While the Lover's card typically refers to a romantic tie, it can also represent a close friendship or family relationship where love, respect, and compassion flow. The Lover's card is open communication and raw honesty. No holds barred.
Period.
Given that man and women are naked, they are both willing to be in their most vulnerable states and have learned to open their hearts, to open to one another and share their truest feelings. They shape the container from which trust, confidence can emerge, and this makes for a powerful bond between the two. In a reading, this card is a sign that communicating openly and honestly with those you care about, you will create a harmonious and fulfilling relationship built on trust and respect.
Love it.
Yeah. Wait, on a personal level, the Lover's card represents getting clear about your values and beliefs. You're figuring out what you stand for and your philosophy. Having gone through the indoctrination of the Hierophant, you are now ready to establish your belief system and decide what is and what is not essential to you.
Period.
It's time to go into big, wide world and make choices for yourself, staying true to who you are and being authentic and genuine in all of your endeavors.
I might need to get a little card down.
I just pull one every morning, baby.
I like that.
We can make a few calls.
I like that.
Well, you guys, make sure you get Mandy's latest first book.
That's right. And
No Holds Barred, a dual manifestation of sexual exploration and power by Mandii B and WeezyWTF.
yes. And the crazy part too is, so it does release June 24th, but
Pre-order, bitch.
Pre-ordering gets tricky because who buys stuff and they don't get anything, right? So we decided to give anyone who pre-orders the book, you have, whenever you hear this, through July 1st, there's a form on our Instagram page that is the No Holds Barred Masterclass. So we created a whole masterclass that includes parts about the book. So the book is broken up into pain, pleasure, progression, power. And so we do a course around it where each course has 2 modules taught by both Weezy and I. And in the pain one, I actually have a BDSM chapter. And so I go to the dungeon that I talk about in the book. And like for that, it's like BDSM 101. But in the dungeon, I'm showing you how expensive, toys can get, showing you the most highest quality of them, and then also telling you household items that you could use and safety tips around them. I have another one about healing after a breakup. It comes with a breakup playlist of music.
Yes.
There is guided meditation, and then there's a workbook as well associated with the masterclass.
Oh, that's great.
So you do get that absolutely free on the form. You only have to upload the proof of purchase. So the receipt that you got in your email when you ordered it, and you get the masterclass.
So make sure you do the pre-order.
Make sure you pre-order. Help me become a New York Times bestseller, sis.
Yes, honey. Yes, it's important. Support Black authors.
Yes.
And we'll put everything in this episode description. Mandii, where can our tribe find you?
Okay, so you can find me anywhere on the socials, probably cussing people out at Full Court Pumps. And then you can listen to me every Monday, Decisions, and every Tuesday, Selective Ignorance. So, and then of course, if you want to go on the the Patreon and hear me talk about male butt, it is Horrible Decisions on Patreon.
Beautiful. You know where to find us at goodmoms_bad choices on Instagram. Make sure you follow our Patreon to listen to this very whorish tale between Jamila and Mandii.
Very crazy, very wild.
Very nuts.
Make sure you go follow the Good Vibe Retreat. We have some retreats coming up this summer for the ladies if they're almost sold out. So make sure you put your deposit down and come through to Costa Rica with us. And make sure you rate and subscribe to
When
this
is that
podcast. Are you going to come?
Wait,
I think it's time.
as long as I'm done touring, like the last quarter of the year,
We have July 31st through August 5th. And then we have
Okay.
August 8th through the 13th.
we're touring.
God damn it.
Damn. I need something like.
And we had
end
one
of
more.
the year,
We had
end of the year,
damn,
top of the year.
We had
It's
one
like
spot in Bali,
Bali.
but it's sold out now.
What is Bali?
November.
Bitch, y'all better add a spot.
You're going to be sleeping with us.
I mean,
Right. Wouldn't have been the first time.
okay. Don't threaten me with a good time.
I'll let you know. We'll let you know.
Okay, yeah, we'll be. I guess
We'll talk.
I've been to Bali. I like Bali, and then I'll skip over to Thailand, which I've been wanting to do too.
Oh, I know. I want to get there too.
Gotta do Thailand.
I know.
You'll be a 2-hour flight if you're in Bali.
Mm-hmm.
I think 2 to 4 hours, depending on if
2, 6, 27.
you know. It doesn't matter. You're on that side of the world, bitch. You'll be in Southeast Asia.
I mean, it's a long flight. We might as well.
You
go
may as
somewhere
well
else.
all that shit, right.
You may as well get as much as you can when you get out there.
It's true. It's true.
But thank you guys for having me.
Yes,
This was fun.
thank you for coming
Went
on.
from tears to laughs as per usual.
Always.
We love you, and we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Yeah, I'm living so good, can't you tell? I went through a drought, that's until I found a well. Made my heaven on earth, I used to be broke as hell. Now I got the blues dancing like Beyonce Giselle. Throat chakra popping, it's power in our voices. Patriarchy kept it in the box to exploit us. Women put the P in power, so it's pointless. They want me to be good, so I made bad choices. Bad mom, not a bad mom, but a bad mom. Get her Zen on, put cannabis in her bath bomb. Walked in, boss was capping, I blew his cap off. Top dog now, I'm immune to the cat calls. Curvy in the waist, but straight to it like a $sign. Mother and a lover, intuitive like a water sign. Warrior in the winter and sensual in the summertime. I do it all.